I wanted to make a video to properly address and thank you for showing your daughter the He-Man video. Um, because there's been a lot of people who have supported this entire thing since 2019, since 2018, and I think it's only appropriate that I give like a proper update. Man, I got gray hairs. um, okay, so thank you. Because for one, you didn't have to show your daughter that. And two, children are ruthless in their critiques and because they're honest. So for her to have the excitement that she has, I know that it's genuine. So thank you. And I'm pretty sure everyone on the team, thanks you as well. Between Eric Moran, Lynn Marie, Richard Sutton, and Wendell Smith, we truly do appreciate everything as far as people looking at the videos and taking from it what they're supposed to. Um, with that being said, a few years ago, it wasn't a few years ago. It was like actually like during the pandemic sort of deal. I was in talks with Mattel to try to bring something, as far as like become a street team for them and trying to bring more original characters to them and promote more diversity within the Masters of the Universe. And a lot of people decided that they wanted to contribute by submitting their own um, original characters or giving backstories to characters that came from the Masters of the Multiverse, written by Tim Seeley. And it didn't go anywhere. The pitch that I submitted to him, it got me a few meetings with them via Zoom, but ultimately, because I don't have hundreds of thousands or followers or millions of followers, um, they were not going to invest in what I could bring to the table, which is fine. Every company has that right to do so, and it's their IP. I just happen to love it the way that I do. With that being said, a couple years ago, we the team over at APR TV, or Always Press Record Television, Oliver Banks, and a few other folks, we held a Kickstarter that raised $20,000 when we were asking for $1,000 in order to create 30-second PSAs to let Black children know that their Black heroes exist. And we have completed a few things, the intro for it and the first PSA. We are still writing and recording the last four, because we said we're going to do five because we got $20,000 and we were only asking for 1,000. So I think it's suffice to say that we owe the public the way that the public has responded to us, and things are still in the works. My schedule is starting to calm down. Well, at least after San Diego Comic-Con with the whole Blurred and Powerful thing, my schedule will be a lot more freed up in order to make sure that this is something that we can complete hopefully this year. Um, with that being said, today is May 15th. It's Monday after Mother's Day, so happy Mother's Day to everyone that didn't get a chance to hear that from me. But on May 17th, this coming Wednesday, there is a release of a comic book called The Masterverse issue 4, right? What's going on? And so what's going to happen with that is that on the cover of it is the He Force from the Masters of the Multiverse, the limited run series a few years ago that featured an amalgamation of my cosplay, of the Hellspawn, He-Man, and Sunman. That was a character created by Wally Eason back in the 80s. His name is He Soul. So, to your caption of your daughter wondering about the movie and when it comes out, there seems to be a process happening that's slow, but it is happening. Whereas you see more representation of diverse characters within the comics that can then lead to action figures, which will then lead to hopefully something on a grander scale. And I'm trying not to, jinx it or whatnot, but look at the progression. Um, He Soul has been created, and then Sunman has joined the Masters of the Universe proper, and you know, you're starting to see He Soul and the rest of the He Force on the covers of comic books, which just means that they're trying to ingratiate the idea of a diverse cast of He people to the public if they're paying attention. So I'm not I'm just excited that it's happening. However slow, and my son is 3. There's a possibility I might have more. I don't know, but for them to grow up in a world where I was able to contribute to the diversity of their fandoms, if they're possible fandoms, I'm ecstatic for it. So I know this is a long-winded video, but the reason I'm talking so long is so that because I have a lot to show, and I just want to make sure that everyone knows that the work doesn't stop or it hasn't stopped, and everyone who's ever contributed to the movement in one way or another, be Blurred and Powerful, whether it be the Masters of the Universe or what have you, I truly do thank you because, again, without the public, without the perseverance of, hard work and folks responding to what we're doing, we wouldn't be able to get anything done and it wouldn't be seen, so we shall see how things progress, but I am hopeful that it'll be something that I can be a grandfather or an old man and be like, yeah, we did that. So again, your video contributes to that. So thank you.